Alright, Trader Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com with my daily recap. Happy Monday. Today is Monday. Hopefully you had a great weekend. I myself spent it essentially at home relaxing, watching old movies and eating loaded nachos. That's my idea of a really good time. So hopefully you enjoyed yourself a little bit more than I did, and again, hopefully you enjoyed your weekend. So before we get into a recap of the overall market, let me welcome you. If this is your very first time tuning into a ShortMeTina video, I'd like to say welcome. In the comment section, do me a solid, do us a solid. Drop us a comment, say hi. I generally say hi back. Let us know how you found us and essentially what you think of my video analysis. That's the first thing. Secondly, if you are returning, I'd like to say welcome back. I know you can be doing a lot of other things right now, but in this moment, you are here listening to our video recap, and for that, I am thankful. Also, in the comment section, drop us a comment and say hi. All right, so right now, what you're looking at on the screen is the S&P 500 daily chart dating back to around 2017. Let's crunch this down a little bit more. All right, so essentially, we're off slightly on the day, about 0.29%. We can call that flat. Again, this is a daily chart going back to 2017, and I do want to make note that the Fed actually meets this Wednesday. The last time the Fed met was in July when they cut rates by about 25 basis points. I believe consensus is they're going to cut once again by 25 basis points, but I want to take note that, let's zoom in, let me show you what happened the last time the Feds decided to cut rates. This happened. We had about 4 straight weeks of decline, and the market lost about 10% from a recent peak of around 302.23 to a low of about 281. So take note. Do I believe that that's actually going to happen this time around? Like, well, I don't know. Time will tell. So far, so good. In many stretches, we are above that breakout base of around 293 to 295, sitting here at 321 to be exact. Again, we've spent about 6 or 7 or so trading days above that range. If we can stay above there, that's great. Sitting here at 301.21, we're not too far off of all-time highs. We made all-time highs last week at 302.46. So essentially, I imagine that the market won't do much until after the Feds actually decide what they want to do. And I think at that point, then more or less the markets will react. So I think tomorrow essentially will be just as boring as today was in the market. So not expecting much action until after the Fed decides what they want to do with rates. So we're going to be paying attention to that. What else? All right, and then we have the IWM. So it's essentially slightly flat to up on the day, 0.39%. I see a quote here of 157.92. We went as high today as 158.75. So essentially running into that 160 psychological wall resistance level I've been talking about for the last few months. For me, there's actually a bullish setup in the making, but we need follow through, and perhaps we're going to get follow through at some point towards the ending of the week. So if we can actually penetrate 160, you can see we've tried 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. We've gone within that vicinity of around 160. Cannot break that wall. So that's actually what I'm paying attention to. If we can actually sustain a move above 160, I think this is very much so a game changer for the small cap. So that's what I'm paying attention to for this week, essentially. What else? And then we have WINS, ticker WINS, daily chart dating back to around November of 2018. But let's really just pay attention to price action the last 2 trading days. You can see that's where the volume came in. If you look at volume prior to that for an entire year, it's almost non-existent. And then these last 2 days, you have that, again, a rush of volume. You have buyers stepping in with the stock going as low as around $9 to going as high as $32 today, right? Huge run up the last 2 days. pulled back to close at around 27.40. So if you're looking to jump in thinking that you could potentially get more out of this, what I'd be paying attention to heading into tomorrow, obviously, is where the stock opens up, right? If we open up above 27.40, that's always a good sign. And if we take out today's high of $32, that's an even better sign. If we can take out today's high of 32, who's to say that this stock can't run potentially to around $40? So keep your eye on ticker WINS for the last 2 days, looking rather bullish. What else? All right, and then we have ticker GBR daily chart again. Huge congrats to the bulls. It's up about 60% on the day, close at 251. You can see volume stepping in here. Stock ran into resistance today when it went as high as 263. Again, it pulled back to close at 251. Heading into tomorrow, similar to what we talked about with wins, right? You want to pay attention to how the stock opens up. That's always a telltale sign. So if you open up above 251, that's good, right? That's an indicator that you're sort of on the right step. If it actually penetrates today's high of 263 and goes higher, right? If it actually holds that 263 move, that also tells you that you're in the right direction. So if you're looking to go long, I'd be paying attention to how it opens up tomorrow. At minimum, you want it to open up above 251. If we can take out today's high of 263, that's good. If we can actually sustain that move, that's even better. If it can sustain that move, I would not be surprised to see this stock trading at around 350 to 360 in the shorter term. However, if we open up below 251 and we cannot get above, then obviously at some point this gap here of around $1.62 will eventually be filled. What else? All right, and then we have ticker HMNY off about 22% on news that they're actually shutting down MoviePass. I think it lasted for about 8 or 9 years. And for those that are not familiar, MoviePass was essentially touted as the Netflix of theater. You paid a flat subscription monthly fee. I believe it was $9.99, and you were allowed to see unlimited movies. At least that's how it started out. I think towards the ending, they kind of restricted the amount of movies you could see in any one given month. Clearly not the best business model for them, or they didn't know how to execute per se. Closed down MoviePass and the stock sold off to the tune of about 22%. But the writing has been on the wall for ticker HMNY for a very long time. You can listen to videos that I've done, and I was essentially bullish on this. Don't get me wrong, I actually believed in this at one point, but I knew at some point, especially when they did that reverse split, I said the writing's on the wall. Chances are this stock is heading lower, and eventually that's exactly what happened. So for anyone that's thinking that this is a good buying opportunity, save your monies. There are better trade opportunities in the market. You do not need to play in these types of sandbox. So HMNY, not really a technical analysis video. I would say to just stay away. There are other places to place your money where you can get that 20, 30, 40, 50 plus return. HMNY, in my opinion, is not it. What else? And let's wrap it up and round it out with ticker OSTK daily chart dating back to around 2017. Stock is sold off the last 2 trading days. Today it's off to the tune of about 20%. I see a close here of $19.75. The low of today is $19.74. How I usually say is if a stock closes close to the low of the day, chances are the selling will continue into the following trading day or the following trade or later on in that trading week. And so considering that we closed at $19.74, considering we closed at $19.75, the low is $19.74, I'm expecting more downside with ticker OSTK, if not tomorrow, at some point within this week. But even so, I think there might be perhaps a bullish setup in the making once the selling actually subsides. So I wouldn't jump in here if you're looking to get long. Perhaps wait it out a few days until the stock starts to settle and base, and at that point, perhaps it might be wise to go long. And definitely pay attention to this resistance level of around $30. If we can get past there, it might be ready to actually run. So that's kind of my take on ticker OSTK. Not all over the place, but slightly just directed to the point. I'm expecting more selling because of how we closed today, because of the volume that poured in. But even with that, I still see a bullish setup in the making once the stock actually settles from the decline and starts to base. And obviously, I would be paying attention to that $30 mark, because if we get up above there, we're actually getting above a price point we have not gotten above for about a year. So that's always a good thing if you're looking to go long or looking for momentum. All right, so that's kind of it. Let's wrap it there. Tina here once again from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of this video, I'd like for you to do three things for me. One, comment in the comment section. What do you think about my analysis? That's the first thing. Two, I do videos Monday through Friday, so if you never want to miss one, ensure that you are subscribed to our YouTube channel at ShortMeTina. And lastly, my friend, I've been trading for well over 15 years. If you think you can learn anything from me, then definitely head on over to our website, ShortMeTina.com. Sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for the support. I'll talk to you tomorrow.